Hey guys, Sierra Lee here. Today I wanted to address a topic that I get asked about all the time and people want information on it. So now I will officially have a video for it that people can come to for reference. So here we go. Today we're going to talk about vocal health. I have students come to me all the time and say, I'm sick, I don't have my voice, oh my gosh, we have a recital coming up, what do I do? How do I get my voice back? My voice hurts, what am I doing? And so I am here to let you know all of the tips and tricks that I use when I'm having a sore throat or when I'm having a bad vocal day or when I just need to be refreshed and renewed for a performance. So let's get started. Okay, first things first. If I could choose one item in this whole entire world for singers and songwriters and performers to have, if they couldn't use anything else, I would recommend a steam inhaler. I personally have a Vicks steam inhaler. You can get it at Walgreens, Walmart, Target. It's about $30 and it is super, super, super important. And people ask me, why? So here's the explanation, and this is like the pedagogical explanation of your voice. When you drink water, no water touches your vocal folds. Why? Because when your vocal folds open for you to inhale, that leads to your lungs. Okay, so we have this thing called an epiglottis, and it covers, when you swallow, it covers that so that your food and your water go this way instead of go into your lungs, right? Because that's how we drown. So it would be detrimental if when you drink water, if your water touched your vocal folds. And it takes 12 to 24 hours for water to even absorb into your body. And if you're at all dehydrated, it's not going to hydrate here. It's gonna hydrate other parts of your body that need it. So why is steam important? Steam is important because a steamer directly hydrates your vocal folds. When you inhale that water vapor, it is literally touching your vocal folds. You are inhaling that steam and it is on the vocal folds, okay? It's not enough water to make you drown or to get in your lungs, but it is super, super important. So this is direct hydration to your vocal folds, direct. So you can keep drinking water and trying to get stuff off of it. When you are drinking water, nothing is touching your vocal folds or getting off of it. So if you have mucus and buildup, or if they're dry, a steam inhaler is the way to go. It is 110% one of my favorite things, and the one thing that I would recommend to every singer, whether you perform, whether you have a solo, whether you feel like you're good enough, it doesn't matter where you're at on a singing level. It is vital for you to have a steam inhaler. Please make sure that you're breathing through your mouth and exhaling through your mouth. Do not inhale through your nose, you will burn your nose. Okay, the second thing that I always recommend to students is to drink hot tea. The tea that I like in particular and always recommend is Voice Tea by Diane Sheets. She has two different flavors, Bus Call and Green Room. They're both really, really great, and you can order them on voicetea.com. And no, I don't get anything for saying that, but I really do like this tea, and she is a vocal coach herself, and so she formulated this for vocalists, and many artists use and buy her tea on tour. They also use vocal steamers. What I recommend is a decaf tea. Can be voice tea, can be something else, and then put about a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and then a lot of honey, so the honey kind of sweetens it up. Apple cider vinegar is super important because it has many cleansing properties. People use it all the time to get rid of mucus and buildup, or maybe even to just cleanse their bodies. The apple cider vinegar that I recommend is Bragg's 100% apple cider vinegar. One thing I do want to advise against is putting honey in your tea on a performance day. You can put honey in your tea anytime other than a performance day. Why? Because it has a lot of sugars in it, and that will just coat your throat, and so honey is used to soothe the throat. But if you're gonna perform, I wouldn't coat your throat. It's kind of like eating dairy or something with a lot of sugar right before you perform. It's not necessary, and it's not gonna help you. It's gonna stress you out. The third thing that I want to recommend is drinking lots of water. I know that I just said that it doesn't absorb for a while, but if you are constantly drinking water throughout the week with the performance coming up and hydrating your body, you're going to feel better, and it's going to help restore your voice much quicker and restore your body to where you have the energy to even put up with singing and performing, because it does take a lot of energy and it is a full body workout. So you want to make sure that you're drinking water and that you are staying healthy. The fourth thing I want to recommend is rest. So many students complain that their voices aren't getting better, but they're shouting and yelling and going to concerts or whispering or not trying to take vocal rest at all. Now, I don't recommend that every time you have something that you're like, I'm on vocal rest, I'm on vocal rest. I don't think that's necessary unless it's severe, but I think that students should take the time to make sure that they are making smart choices with their voices. When you have a performance coming up, or when you are trying to work on something specific, or you have voice lessons, or you have something where you need to use your voice, it is super, super, super important that students take the time to sleep and to rest their voices. Rest is super, super important, and we need to make sure that we take care of our bodies and take care of our instrument, because if we don't, this is all we have. We can't go buy a new instrument. It doesn't work like that. So it's super important to take care of what we have. So rest is super important, always and forever. Amen. Okay, number 5, I recommend straw phonation, and this is super important for students after they've sang. So our voices get really tired, and after those days, a lot of times we just don't want to sing anymore and we don't want to do anything. But just as people who work out, as they cool down or as they stretch afterwards, that is just as important for singers. So I recommend a straw phonation exercise that helps reset the pressure above and below the vocal folds. A lot of people don't know that and they don't even think about it. So I'm going to give you a little exercise that you can do to help reset that pressure. All right, so all you need for this is a straw. This is my Chick-fil-A straw. Chick-fil-A is awesome. All you have to do is blow through the straw and do sirens. Start in a low to mid range for about 2 minutes, and you're just gonna siren up and down, just in that mid range. Don't push it any higher. And then after 2 minutes, you're going to siren even higher and go your full range. So it's gonna be like this. And you're just going to keep doing that. The important thing to note is that the breath stream should be continuous. So if you put your hand here, you should feel breath. So for people who usually lock their breath, that is going to make them release if they don't feel the breath coming out of the straw. Now, it is not healthy for you to go and just blow out of the straw and hope that your vocal folds come together. That's not healthy either, because you're just going to be pushing breath, and that's not resetting anything. It's actually making things worse. You are going to siren. It's going to be kind of like a hum. Yes? So it's like a hum, but you're doing it blowing through a straw. This is super important to help cool down your voice, and it's a great thing to try. You definitely want to do it for a solid 2 to 5 minutes, and then try to talk after and see how that feels. It usually feels much easier if you've done the exercise right. So make sure that you're doing it correctly, and if you have any questions at all, feel free to go to my contact page and let me know that you're having issues with it, and I would be happy to help. All right, guys, those are my 5 tips. Thank you for sticking around, and I hope that this video helps you if you are someone who has struggled with it in the past or is struggling with it currently. I hope that these 5 things help restore you to new so that you can be 100% for whatever gig or performance or upcoming event that you have. So thank you for visiting the page, and I will be posting more videos soon.